How do you like your chicken?
Grilled.
Battered.
Fried.
Grilled, definitely.
I changed mine to grilled. I like grilled.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, see, not get into that. But let's get into it.
Another fitness question from Amber.
Is it a fitness
guys, if
question?
you didn't know, Amber is working out and eating healthy.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
you
but
know.
that's not a healthy answer.
What did she say?
Yeah, I said battered.
That's the worst
Oh,
one.
so,
Right?
Yeah.
so that would be similar to fried, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah, it would be like a wing.
or unfried battered, like just the batter.
It looks like a wing, you know? It looks like a chicken thing.
What
Just
if one
put it
of
on the patty.
what if one of us was just like super specific, like 92 degrees, medium cooked, super
Yo,
grilled?
people,
would be amazing.
People be doing like medium rare chicken. Like, well, you can't do that.
What is that?
No, some people probably do that. Like,
Some
No,
people
no,
just
there
eat
are
the chicken.
people-
Okay, but
They
you
don't even
can't want
like
like okay, I get it in like steak you can want it a little bit raw, but like I mean I actually don't get that. But in chicken you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, they do it anyway.
yeah, it's disgusting. Why'd you ask that? Just cause?
Oh yeah, I mean I was just thinking about chicken.
I think it depends on the day too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some days I'm just like, I need something
Oh
fried.
my god. I should have
Yeah.
said winged. That would have been cute.
No, because it's like a
That's not
specific part.
Yeah,
I know.
that's not a...
It's like,
You
how
said
do you
how
like
do
it?
you like your chicken?
So battered
I
fried.
liked it winged.
Winged?
Winged?
I mean, I agree with you, but it's like,
Mwahaha.
or you could have
Weird.
said spicy. You
so
could
the
interpret it whatever.
People who
but-
said grilled, do you mean like... There's two types, right?
First of all, you said grilled, so people.
I know there's someone... You said it, and I think...
I said it.
Well,
Yeah.
he changed
so,
it.
like charcoal grilled or like the flame grilled? There's a difference.
Whatever is at the restaurant.
The
I don't know.
Nando's kind. Ooh.
Yeah, the Nando's kind.
Ooh, oven fire flamed? What is it?
I'm definitely charcoal. I
Oven
like that
baked.
like
I like
barbecue,
oven baked.
the charcoal flavor.
You know, oven baked. Is that I don't know. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into an episode of Strange Flavors. My name is Shimmer.
I'm FARAS.
My name is Amber.
And on this podcast today, we have a special guest, returning guest, co-host.
It's me, Emma.
This is brought to you by Alif Theory. You can email us or send us your wonderful and amazing music at strangeflavorspodcast@gmail.com. Please be sure to like and subscribe our podcast on everywhere you listen to your podcasts, including SoundCloud, Stitcher, and we are on YouTube and everywhere else. We are now on Anchor app, and like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube because we have this wonderful, amazing background that you can see. So if you are not watching on YouTube,
It is wonderful.
you should pull
Sure.
over on your car and
You
start watching.
forgot to mention what kind of podcast this is.
And this is the strangest and greatest podcast in the game.
There you
Is it
go.
usually greatest and strangest, or you always say
Strangest and greatest.
Strangest and greatest.
Do you guys agree?
I agree.
I disagree.
Ooh.
Is it not the strangest? Or is it not the greatest?
It's neither.
Dang.
But it's a good marketing.
Yeah. It's like a tagline. You
I'm
know?
just kidding. I think
Like,
I think our podcast is GOAT.
No.
now you
comment.
guys don't agree.
No, I
I
just
was
don't
just-
like how you came in all late with it and then
How do you like your
expected us to
goat?
agree.
Were you trying to
How do you
be
like your
funny?
goat
I just-
cooked?
I just
Yeah,
trying to
how
be
do
funny
you-
I
because
just wanted to
like,
see
it
if
really
you guys
kills the
would
mood.
like betray the podcast. That
No,
was
no,
testing
you betrayed it. You tested its
Yeah.
patience.
I asked you, and you said, "How do you like your goat cooked?
Chopped.
Chopped?
Nahari.
Nahari.
No.
Oh.
Chop. Wait. you
Wait,
said chop.
Nahari's goat?
Is it? I don't know. You can put goat. Right?
Yeah.
You could do
Yeah.
goat, but it's beef.
Okay,
a lot of
as
times.
long as the goat's not cooked in the house, because
Dude,
that will smell.
No, that's good.
No.
In the pressure cooker, that kind. Oh, that hits the spot.
Okay, you can also get our merch if you go to Redbubble or Society 6 from the aliftheory.com website, which is linked down below. Now, we do have an email from Zara.
Hey, Zara.
Zara said, "Hey guys, my name is Zara and I'm from the Bay Area in California. I enjoy listening to your guys' podcast. I always learn something new. In fact, I just finished the Hot Guy Summer episode. Keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome seeing Pakistani creatives create content. Sending positive vibes your way." Thank you for the positive vibes, Zara. I'm glad that you enjoy our podcast, unlike these guys who don't think that we are the strangest or greatest.
Are you including
love
me
the
in,
last
in these
podcast.
guys? I
What,
don't
the
like
Hot
to
Guy
be
Summer?
included in
Mhm.
these guys.
We got to talk about so many fun things.
Here is an Instagram message from Stutz Boots, who says,
That's boots.
"Hey guys, so I've been thinking about messaging you guys for weeks now, and nothing seems good enough, but I thought I don't say anything now. If I don't say anything now, I won't ever. I just wanted to thank you guys for all the content you put out since the Bandu days, and the
Whoa.
depth in the
OG.
topics you discuss now. There's something new that each podcast brings to the thoughts that I explore not only while listening. Sometimes an observation or statement one of you will make will give me chills because It either is a thought I had that was never verbalized, or something I never thought about but completely agree with.
Oh.
You guys seem like people I could sit down and talk with, and for that I'm so appreciative. Keep it up. Also, because of your podcast, I reached out to Thunmith and we had a beautiful conversation.
Whoa.
Nice.
Thank you for
Ooh,
something
shout
you
out to
guys are. Thank you for everything. You guys are awesome, and
You
I
good,
wish
bro?
I was so accomplished so I could come on. Sorry, I'm having
No,
trouble
you're
reading.
okay.
Being bisexual and South Asian can be very lonely sometimes, but also by bringing on sexually fluid people who are brown, you guys definitely made the world feel more welcoming and less lonely. Well, thank you for sending that nice
That was so
that was
sweet.
good.
Yeah. that was
Next
awesome.
time-
message,
I like
Stutz Boots.
Don't
it
wait
might be
weeks.
Stoots
Don't
Boots.
Stutz Boots?
Yeah, dude.
It sounds like a nice
I
like
don't know.
clothing brand.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know how to pronounce it.
Next time, don't wait weeks. If you guys have
She waited
a
years.
thought, years?
She said since Bandu days. So she's wanted to say something, right?
Yeah, but we didn't have the podcast.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why.
Yeah,
But I
that's
appreciate
what
that she's been
Thanks for
following
reaching
us for
out.
that
Yeah,
long.
that's crazy.
And I
And
like that
listening.
you reached out
Thank
to
you.
Thunmith, who was a guest on our podcast, who owns the brand Roots Gear, whose podcast you can check out, by the way. It is an older episode, but yeah, no, we're definitely glad that you're it's opening up thoughts that you've or it's relating to thoughts that you've had. I
That's
think
crazy.
that we just try to talk about topics that people are either asking us about or things that have been on our minds, and try to answer it or talk about it in the most honest way we know. And it's awesome that other people think similarly, and I think for the most part we understand that that a lot of people have the same ideas, but sometimes don't have the platform to get those out.
Or even
So-
like the words to put it outside. Like some of my favorite like episodes of podcasts or audiobooks are ones that you have that moment you're like, oh my gosh, I've thought about this, but I didn't know how to put it into words, and now I can digest it better.
And it's nice because like all three of you, like the way you guys think on each subject is kind of different. So like you can vocalize.
Yeah, like I'm always right.
I don't
And
know
according
about
to
that,
Frost,
but,
I'm always wrong.
But you know what I mean. Like you guys all have different opinions on the different subjects. So people who are thinking the same way, they're like, oh, like that makes sense, or it might open up. Like you might not agree with him, but like, they're like, oh, like we understand, like where you're
And
coming
that's why
from.
we have you on today, because people wanted you back, Emma.
Yeah,
How do you
thank
feel
you.
about what do you want to say to your fans that wanted you back on the podcast?
Thank you. I love you guys. Without you, nothing is ever possible. So from now on, this is now my podcast. Welcome to Stranger Flavors with Ahmed Humayun, featuring nobody but me.
All right, here's the last one I'm going to read for today. It comes from Zach Qureshi. He says, hey guys, I got a quick question for possibly your next podcast. Is it offensive for Pakistanis and non-Pakistanis to say the term Paki? And what is your opinion on the term Paki? So we've actually discussed this a few times before,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a recurring topic. Anyone want to take it?
I don't.
You don't want to take it, or you
Why
don't?
not?
I mean, I honestly don't even know if I'm qualified to answer that.
So I remember for us,
You're not Pakistan?
I mean, I am, but I don't know the answer to that.
I think we use it in
it's not
different
offensive to me, but I don't know. Some people out there might find it offensive.
I feel
and
like we
I
use
don't
it.
feel-
It depends on the context. Like the way we use it, like we don't care. But I heard people in like UK or other parts of the world, it's like very offensive to them.
Yeah.
I guess it's all
Um,
about context.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, however it's used over there, they obviously don't like it. But here, like, no one says it, and we kind of made it like we say it, if that makes sense. Not other people saying it to
Yeah.
us.
Over here, it's chill.
I
Yeah.
guess if
You're
you
just
say
like, yo,
like
what's up?
you packy or you packies or something like that doesn't sound right. But if you're like, oh yeah, like you're packy, right? I feel like the way that you would say it in the context that you're saying it would like make it okay or not okay.
Yeah, I think that's all there is to it. I think, throughout the process of making the song Packy Gang and using the word Packy over and over again, we kind of found out through other people that, like, okay, we had to do our research and kind of figure out what's going on. And we found out that, in England, for example, like, that's not, that can be a derogatory term because of the history of it. So people, used it in an inappropriate way to
Right.
call other people that word. And then, over here, we didn't know that growing
Yeah,
up.
we didn't experience
And
that.
for people who we say it to and know us as Packies, they don't know about that history either. And for
Right.
that reason, I think that we kind of agreed that, like, we're going to not go down that lane, and we're going to make the word, like, just a cool, chill word, because we don't
Right.
want to have to deal with a lot of other, sensitive words.
Or glorify the negativity.
Exactly.
True.
So that's the short answer to it. We just got done watching well, 2 movies, but I'm still messed up from the one last night.
What'd you guys watch?
Midsommar.
Oh.
Midsummer.
Samar.
Wait,
It's
Camilo
a-
Nanjiani's in that, right?
No.
Who? No.
Whoa,
Really?
That's Stuber. That's the completely different movie.
That's an Uber one.
If anybody has seen the movie,
Never
if
mind.
anybody has seen the
Run it
movie
back.
Hereditary, it's the same director from that movie.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So it's
you know,
crazy.
you'd have to see the trailer, but I mean, long story short, I'm just saying, like, last night I was dreaming about, like, I had 2 different dreams, and I don't really dream that much, but like very negative dreams. Like one was like a
culty
mass shooting. And,
oh my god! Whoa!
And I woke up and I looked at SHAH-AMEER. I was like, oh.
Wait,
man.
what? Why me? What did I do? Why'd you
Yeah,
look at
wait,
me?
why did you look at SHAH-AMEER?
No, just
He's
like,
like-
no. I mean, I'm just
You're like,
woke
oh.
up.
He
And I
does
was
look a
like,
lot.
Wait, explain that. Why did you say that?
Yeah, why'd you look
no,
at
no.
me?
I'm
What
just saying. I
happened?
just
No,
woke
no,
up and
no.
I saw him, and I was like, oh, okay, that was a dream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like you thought it
I
was
thought you were
real?
like negatively implying that I was gonna do something or something.
Yeah, you were the shooter.
Whoa.
In your dream?
Bruh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that movie was crazy. After just having seen like a nice, simple, easy to see like Spider-Man.
This
Like,
was-
that movie
this was
great.
That was a
Midsummer?
good, really good.
Huh?
This was Midsummer?
Yeah, you should watch
That
it.
was-
It's a very like
Mm.
strange, uncomfortable movie.
Yeah, I'm already an uncomfortable person. We don't need to go there.
You are.
Yeah, we
Maybe.
feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why do you think there's just like 3 people gap between us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man though, like that movie, I want to say the diversity in that like was
Oh, yeah.
really
It was
cool
good,
to see.
yeah.
There was a
Zendaya,
hijabi.
right?
Okay.
There was
Cool, Zendaya.
Hispanic.
Obvious.
Right?
Come
There was
on.
Zendaya was in
Hispanic.
There was a
that?
There was
hijabi in there,
African
Amber.
American. there was
Oh.
There was
She didn't have any
Hispanic,
lines.
African American.
The
East
rest of the
Asian
kids
people.
didn't have any lines.
Yeah.
but-
Wait, the hijabi didn't have any lines?
No.
Okay, but she was there, right?
She was
But
there.
she was there in a
Um,
lot. Like she was part of the main.
But she
like,
was represented
tour
in
group.
like a normal student life.
Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
like I can't think back to a time where I've seen a hijabi on like the cinema
A
screen
Marvel.
like that, just being a normal person. It's always been like,
So-
oh, she's a terrorist or
I was
Maybe next
actually,
time she can be Spider-Man.
I was actually reading
Ooh.
up on that, and so they originally, when she got cast, she wasn't supposed to wear a hijab, and they asked her when she got there, like before they started filming, like, "Hey, do you mind like putting on a hijab and playing this role?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'd love to." So like she was all down for it too, but
That's
that wasn't
awesome.
originally in the script either.
Mhm.
and there was like a Sikh person on the plane
Yeah.
and in the
Oh,
airport,
yeah.
and they weren't like, nobody was like looking at them
Scared
like,
of
oh, why
them.
does he have a turban on or anything.
Just, like,
But it was
normal.
just like when you looked at the group of students, it was a mixed group of students, which was awesome to see because it was realistic.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how America really is for a lot of people.
Was
where
that
it's
how
like-
your high school was like?
Well, not mine.
We were the only diversity there.
Yeah, we're the most diverse thing. They're like, oh my god, how foreign, how exotic, how hot.
Whoa.
But yeah, no, that was really cool.
Did you just call yourself hot?
Do you not?
I called us hot.
Yeah.
It's a hot guy summer.
No, it's a hot girl summer.
Hottest
but-
summer
okay.
2K19.
Only one summer this year.
You know where else it's not hot?
What kind of transition is this, sir?
Where?
What kind of...
In Toronto.
Toronto.
Oh.
So what's going on in Toronto?
We're actually coming to Toronto if you're around that area from July 25th.
Oh my gosh, when?
To
He's about to say.
not anymore. I'm gonna go on to the next topic.
I think
we
one-
actually just canceled.
I think just one person's about to get canceled.
SHAH-AMEER, you're not invited
You.
anymore.
Oh, why? Because you woke up from your dream and saw me?
Yeah. I didn't.
Okay,
I was
tell
just
me
mad.
about Toronto.
Okay. July 25th to July 27th. If you're in
Are you
Toronto,
unsure?
come through. Yeah,
Where
we'll
at?
link up.
Just in Toronto generally?
Yeah, like
At,
We're
at a
gonna be
certain
exploring
place?
the
No,
city.
you know the alleyway? We're going to be in the alleyway.
what alleyway?
Oh, the castle.
The alleyway, you know? The alleyway with
the
the
castle.
with the
that,
lights?
that one alleyway.
Yeah, that
in
one
Toronto.
alleyway with the
Got
green
it.
lights.
Oh, next to the trash can.
Next to the trash can.
Oh,
yeah.
and the graffiti.
And you'll see
And
the
the
guy.
castle. Don't
You'll
forget
see the
the
guy.
castle.
He's Harris. His name's Harris. He'll like greet you, and then yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I
So
don't get
where's
this
it
reference.
happening in Toronto?
I don't know. We're
No,
just
no,
going to
it's just we're just going. Oh, you actually don't know that
That's
we're.
I'm literally
Oh,
asking.
she doesn't know.
I'm literally asking you
So
questions.
Amber's. It looks like Amber's the
No,
one that
there's-
got excluded.
So there's a wedding,
Okay.
like someone from our community that's
I wasn't actually
Getting married.
invited, but I'm just
yeah,
like going
SHAH-AMEER's not
crashing.
even. SHAH-AMEER and Sada aren't going to the wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they're
are
just,
you,
like,
are you
tagging
guys?
along.
I had the idea that you guys are performing there.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, you guys better have a meetup or something. Take pics with
That's
people.
what we're actually saying.
Why do you
that's-
think? What
that's
do you
why-
think?
in that
is
one
happening?
alleyway.
Yeah, in that alleyway.
Yeah,
No,
so
we'll announce locations later, right? Or like just follow the
Location.
Instagram.
if
Follow
anyone's in
the
Toronto
Instagram.
listening, just hit us up and then we'll
Yeah,
figure
follow
it
the
out.
Instagram. You'll see where we
Yeah,
are.
follow the
Maybe we'll get
Ronopono
some Kana.
Instagram.
Guys, we're so good at this.
Yeah.
Good PR.
Okay, so recently, on a serious topic, like there was a lot going on in Sudan, and actually, I think they just decided to cease fire, and the temporary military government, whatever, is on hold. So
Yeah.
that's good to hear. But I was really, really happy to see that we posted some jackets, hand painted, on the Alif Theory website, and it was going 100% of the profits to Sudan and Yemen, where there was like a huge famine going on, and they sold out under 24 hours, which was really, really cool to see. So we got to donate $200 to the to Sudan and Yemen because of you guys.
Nice.
So that's dope. And if you do want those jackets still, there is a custom order link. I'm only gonna do a few more, I think.
And they're really, really nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nice Levi's, nice denim
Can they-
quality.
Relax.
And he's out
don't
here. You know, the other day my mom is outside on the deck. She sees FARAS. She's like, "Oh, wo kya kar raha?" I'm like, "Oh, he's painting the jacket." He's like, "Wah, mashallah." And she's like, "Man, I really wanted like he looks like he's taking forever. I really want to do it for him." She was like, "I really wanted to start painting again." So she was like, so she actually, because of you, she went and got like the stained glass.
Uh-huh.
She loves doing that, so she started doing that again.
Whoa.
Wow, look at
That's
you inspiring
awesome.
neighbors out here.
That's so
Wow.
cool. It was like really nice those days too. So it was really nice because sometimes being on social media and I mean just being in the digital world at all times, it's like it gets really hectic and it really wears out your eyes. So like being outside painting just feels so good. So I love doing that sometimes. Anyways, yeah, the custom order link is on the Alif Theory website. If you want one, come and get it. And last announcement is that as some of you guys know, I've been working with a refugee family for 3 years now, the Chenga family, and I was a family mentor to them, just volunteering for the International Rescue Committee. And that family now, unfortunately, has to be relocated to another state where I won't be able to physically help them anymore. I would see them, once a week or twice a week, and help them with all types of things like driving, getting jobs, paying bills, and just taking the kids out to kind of not be in that environment of sort of like a stressful refugee family coming here trying to adapt to the American lifestyle and like help them read with schoolwork and
you
just
even take them for fun stuff. You make
Oh,
them
of
like,
course, yeah.
Yeah.
just like feel
We
like
just
kids,
went
like
mini
normal
golfing. That was
just
fun.
experience like
movies.
fun things and just get cultural awareness. And a lot of you guys have met them, so that was fun. And anyways, so they're gonna need some financial help initially getting settled into the state that they're moving to. And so I will be linking a GoFundMe in the description of this podcast, where you can donate. And I want to thank you guys for helping out with that too. I'm really blessed to have such amazing family and friends that always, come in to help with things like this. So, yeah, please donate. $1 helps, $2, $10, $100, all of it helps. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's already donated. Okay, so did you guys see that Lil Nas came out recently on the last day of Pride Month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And he didn't even say explicitly. He was like, he said something like, "Don't overthink it" or something like that. Like it is.
he's like,
what
a
it
lot of
is.
you guys already knew.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you just like release a picture or something, and like, you just like this like you check out the last song or something. Like I say it in the last song.
Yeah, so in one of the
okay.
songs he like kind of goes over it, but he was like, it was so obvious the whole time.
Oh,
He
yeah.
posted his album and it was like one rainbow building all the way in the back of that. But I thought it was really cool how like a lot of his peers in like the music business and stuff were like, yo bro, like I love you, do you, like this doesn't change anything. And I mean like
He's the best Twitter troll out there. I'm just saying.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like I thought
he makes it really fun. Like people were really going off at him. Like, oh, okay, now Old Town Road sounds different. Da 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 da. And people had, you could see a lot of like homophobic, slurs coming out of people towards his direction, because the Old Town Road really popped off with the young kids, with the old kids, with the white people, the black people, everybody enjoyed it. So there was a reaction to it, and he just like reacted to it so funny. He was like, the next dude to say something offensive to me is getting kissed. I was like, yo, that is so funny.
Yeah, that's like the way that he handled that. I thought was really cool, because people were like, oh, now we know what he meant by I want to ride till I can't no more and stuff. And he was like saying LOL to that, and I just thought that was really cool, because he took something that could have been a huge negative, and he was like, you know what, I am who I am, but also these are funny things.
Right.
And I think that kind of like gives me a breath of fresh air, because in this like super PC culture, it's so hard to know like what is okay and what is not okay to say. And when the people, for example, that's why I think a lot of our parodies and things we do, making fun of ourselves and the things that we do, like it makes it okay for everybody to be like, oh, okay, I can laugh at that. So I thought that was a dope move by Lil Nas X.
But I also think like when that song first came out and his album came out, we were like, oh, like this is good. Like the song with Cardi B, even we were like, oh, like this is amazing. And we never thought of it, and like no one ever thought of it that way, right? And then when he comes out, they're like, oh, I can't listen to your music, oh, I can't do this. But like for me, it's like everyone already liked the music, right? But now they interpret it different, because like he's like, oh, I'm gay. But like it shouldn't be that way, They judge his like his music and what he's releasing based on the fact that he's gay, not that like, oh, like we love this song is good. I mean, that to me is always like kind of weird, how people just flip 360 right away, and then just like use the context, like what he said, into saying like, oh, I can't listen to the song anymore, or like, oh, this is what this man, this what, like,
some people were even saying that it's fake, like they were saying that he's like trolling. He's trolling, or like he's doing it because it helps him gain even more attention.
But
he's
can we just acknowledge that he's like actually a really good artist, and the fact that he's making music that it's so different. It's really covering different genres. He's like breaking kind of some like walls between genres, and he's just making something new, and I appreciate him just for that.
And he's doing everything himself. Like he's like 19 or 20 or something.
The
like
fact
really
that he's young and he takes all this so well too.
And like nobody's like teaching him how to like sing or rap like this. He's doing it all himself.
And
it's just crazy.
He just got taught how to sit down in an interview. It started trending because they were like, okay, thank you, Lil Nas, for coming on the show, and he walks in front of the main camera, and the hosts like go off, and they're like, you sit right there, right, and now you wait there so that you don't cross the camera. All right, okay, you're gonna learn today, da da da.
And then he said like, it won't happen next time.
That's awesome. Speaking of PC things, did you guys see that there might be like a black Ariel?
Oh yeah,
not might.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's confirmed.
It's happening.
Dang.
There's this hashtag going around that
Halle
says
Bailey, by the way.
Not my Ariel, and it's white Twitter's big mad about Disney casting a black Little Mermaid.
Why does it matter?
Big mad.
If she can sing, if she can play the role well, why does it matter?
Well, like, I guess you would have to know. Like, did they cast because they wanted a different like diverse quote unquote Ariel, or did they do it because hey, this person fits the role the best? She happens to be black.
Right.
So they're not going to say that. They're not going to be... Right. So, but you can assume that, like, hey, she got it because she's good enough to, like, she can sing, she can act. At least to a decent amount that she got picked,
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a lot more diversity there they could have picked from as well.
There was
we want to pick her.
There was a funny joke. Someone was like, she's not a redhead. And then someone was like, oh, she could dye her hair red that's the concern.
That's the concern. No redhead is that hair color anyway.
That's good, though. Like, even if they did deliberately, that's good because, like, now for other movies as well, like Aladdin already had it. Like, it opens up so much more for, even if it's deliberate, it opens up so much more.
How weird would it be, though,
for, like, us and other minorities,
Like, imagine Aladdin, like, it's like a complete white person playing Aladdin or something.
I mean, but I think there's a difference. Only because Didn't they say that where what was the little undertown sea called? Wasn't she from the Atlantic Ocean or something?
Yeah, there is a huge difference. I agree.
And then also on top of that, she's literally a creature from underground. But this video started surfacing of Halle Bailey, and she just was so angelic, and it reminded
Halle Berry.
Bailey.
Who's Halle Bailey?
That's the girl.
That's who's
the girl who
playing
got
her?
casted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she just had this angelic voice and essence of her that you would almost like feel from Ariel, and it was just nice.
Oh, that's her.
I feel like after
Oh,
watching
that's
this,
isn't that one of the girls that like
she's in a
Beyonce
music group.
co-signed?
Yeah, I think she's in a music group.
Doesn't she have
so-
a sister?
Yeah, she's in a
twin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, they're big.
She looks like she fits the part too.
yeah, she just had such an angelic essence that I feel like she'll play Ariel really well, and I wish her best.
Yeah.
So I think like the people that maybe are upset about this, I see where it comes from when it's like comic books. Like, you know, they're like, oh, Spider-Man shouldn't be this because he was not this in the comic books, right? People bring up that a lot. But with this, it's like, are you mad because, you know, are you saying that, oh, white people are getting their jobs taken or something? Like, what's this about? What's the argument here?
They're saying that you're taking away from my childhood. My Ariel was white. And now, okay, here you are ruining my experience of that. But that doesn't make any sense because how many times does a live action person not even look the same as the
But then-
Yeah,
cartoon
also
version of
too,
it
like
was?
Ariel's not representing like a white culture.
She's
Like
not.
it's a under the sea culture.
Okay,
like
I
it's
see.
totally different.
Because I was going to say, if that's the case where like, oh, that's my childhood, you can't ruin it, whatever, then say like, you know, we've had a discussion about Mulan before, and if Mulan was played by,
Yeah.
let's say, okay, not even a white person, let's say a black person. Mulan was played by a black person. Then...
But that's because
But I
Mulan
think-
holds
But then
a
that
culture.
goes with
So
what
no,
China
that's
is doing,
different.
like, the
That's
culture.
different.
Mulan
That's
holds
different.
a culture.
Yeah.
Ariel
The Chinese
didn't
culture.
have
Yeah.
like even okay. If we are going to talk about the culture, the only culture that I really got out of it was the crab being Jamaican sounding.
Oh, that's a...
Yeah.
So
Oh.
like, what other culture aspects did
So
you
like,
see of
it could be like a Caribbean thing.
Right.
Like for instance, I was saying before.
Maybe Ariel was just happened to be one of the lighter ones. Who knows?
Like I was saying before, if they did like live action Pocahontas, that would give a lot of opportunity for, you know, like Native American people or even anyone of like color to really step up in a role like that. But like if they cast a white person for that, it's like that whole movie was specifically for, you know, for Native Americans. Like Mulan was specifically targeted. It was the Chinese culture. That stuff you can't change. Like you don't want to cast someone that's not from that culture because it's not right. You know, they deserve to be represented by their people. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So then with Lion King...
So Lion King.
No, look, because then it's African Americans.
Yeah.
It's not Africans.
But look at the cast. Look at the cast though.
But Childish Gambino, Beyonce.
But
They're not African.
They're lions though.
no, but then
But
as
still-
African
They're
Americans, the same
animals.
thing would be for a person who's playing Mulan. Though it would be
A Chinese American?
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It doesn't.
It's so
ha-
confusing.
yeah.
But I it does kind of
But-
make sense.
So like the Little Mermaid, there's no. It's under the sea culture, but that doesn't. There's no. But there's no actual culture. It's not like they have to be this
Yeah,
color,
yeah.
that
Right.
color,
And that's
or
what
they're
I'm saying.
representing someone. They're
They
not.
really took the one that was open ended and, you know, let it happen, and I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
But back to my first question, do you guys think that Disney's doing it on purpose?
I kind of think
maybe.
it's like a
I feel
ticket
like-
selling thing
I
too,
feel like
to a little bit.
Most
Like-
people, most companies or film studios, stuff like that, they're trying to like go that way because they know that's what's like. People are gonna like that.
Like, did you guys see that? I don't know. I think there was something in Harry Potter where J.K. Rowling, right? She now announced that one of the characters was like,
Dumbledore is gay.
but she did it after the fact, right? Like after the book
after
was,
the books and
Dumbledore
after
is
the-
gay?
Yeah. So
I don't know why that's surprising.
But I think that why people were mad was because they were like, she's just doing it because, you know, she wants people to be happy because she's being like an ally after she already
Oh.
written. She
That
said
could
there's
be-
no clues in the books.
there
that would
could
say.
be she.
So
So,
then how-
she could be.
No,
She
like,
could have done it like.
that's the problem, right? Because if the clues aren't in the books, then why would she say it after the fact?
Right.
Because now she's just trying to be
An ally.
an ally, right?
Like a public ally.
That's like me saying, that's like Stan Lee being like, oh, Spider-Man was Muslim this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but he'd never...
prayed.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Where was it? Dynamaz. He's always carrying a Spidey suit. Why not a Dynamaz?
And I'm going to need you to start saying John Amaz.
Janamaz.
You say it weird.
Janamaz. Oh, true.
I laughed so hard recently.
I'll say
But you see
prayer
that,
mat.
Right.
like, wouldn't Muslims be like,
Right. No, I can
Where
totally
was-
see that.
where? You know,
Right.
like, was the mask a topi the whole time?
Why couldn't
Right.
Tobey Maguire pray in the first movie? Come on.
Yeah, so there was another one. Arthur. You guys remember the show Arthur?
He's Muslim?
No.
No.
His teacher came out gay, right?
Yeah.
And they actually
Wait, when?
Teacher
Put that
came
down.
stopped
out.
it. Certain channels in the U.S. They stopped it from airing.
Wait, Arthur still goes on?
Really?
Yeah, they stopped that episode from
Isn't
airing.
it on PBS?
Oh, it's a new
I
episode.
think so, yeah.
So what channels? What do you mean?
Like, no, like, so there's PBS, right? They broadcast to local stations.
Oh, right, okay.
So local channels, and they just would not broadcast that episode.
I mean, see, I'm conflicted
This is
about
crazy.
this because while on one hand it's like, okay, they might be, trying to feed into a certain
Like
audience
they're
and
trying
get
to
the
be
clout.
progressive.
At the same time,
But
though,
it's
there was
good.
this one episode by Sesame Street, which I really felt like they did something different. It was a while ago, where they actually had an episode where one of the children was a foster child. And it was a different dynamic to it. It kind of introduced it.
But there's new kids in Sesame Street all the time, right? Like they're
Yeah, they come in and out.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
so it's fine in that case because
it's like not resonating with the audience.
no, because you're introducing a new character.
Like new types of characters.
So
I
the character
guess-
can have whatever qualities they want, but we're talking about like
pre-existing,
original characters
yeah.
now having certain.
But is
like
it really
going
that?
back and doing it.
Do you really think it's that
That's what
bad, though?
I just
Because-
I just don't think it's authentic.
Right, that's
I
fine.
think
But
there's a different way to do it.
But if so, like the other thing with like J.K. Rowling, if we go back to that, like, people say there's no evidence, blah blah. But there was something that she said that like she pointed out on Twitter that like, hey, like there's been clues or like she had an old manuscript where like it said that or whatever. But
You could probably like
yeah, but
shape it to be
so,
that
so,
way, though.
So, but I get that like you shouldn't do that, but at the end it's still like, promoting that side.
But why
And
not then?
It's definitely
Why
still
now?
gonna like
But-
help
but,
people.
I mean,
Why
why do
now?
you have to promote that like
Why
in
now?
that way? You know.
Why not then? When it was a time that it was less accepted and it would have been more beneficial to that community had they known that aspect.
Okay, I'm
Go
gonna use
on.
I'm gonna use the example of Tyler the Creator. He was always rapping about like girls and all this stuff, and then his last album, he's like talking about maybe being gay, like talking about
Oh,
gay
snap.
things, and everyone's like, "What? You were gay the whole time? You're rapping about girls and all that stuff?" And he's always said in interviews like, "It shouldn't matter, like whether you're gay, straight. Like I'm still rapping about what I'm rapping, but like it shouldn't change who I am."
But I would argue that that's different because when it comes to that, he was doing what felt right at that time for him, and maybe he wasn't sure then or something.
And
we don't know that.
maybe the writers of these stories were like, maybe it's not right to at the time.
But then
to
why,
say
then
that.
I
why
get
is it
that, I get
beneficial
that,
now
but-
to do it?
But you've written it already a certain way, you know what I mean? And then to go back, like Tyler's not saying like, oh, by the way, in this album, I was this and I was 100% whatever, like confidently saying like these characteristics were true in that album. I don't know.
I guess
I feel
I
like
guess
that
the
seems
point
very
is that
similar, though.
if he went back and was like, oh yeah, in this album I actually made hints that I was gay, this and da da da. But I guess that's still a person, and he's identifying, like you're identifying it with just him. But if you write something with it in mind and you come out with it like, oh hey, like this is in support of this community, versus when it's hot and poppin', now you're gonna go back and be like, by the way, this little thing back here all the way then was actually this the whole time. Well, at this point, how do we know it's not just you making it convenient? And if it was, why didn't you do it at that time? Because it would have been more
Yeah.
beneficial.
I mean, I could have said the same thing about Tyler. Like, why are you coming out now when it's popular? You could have said you were gay.
No,
before.
but it's different because he's saying new stuff now. He's saying it's a new
But
topic
the writers
But
now.
in
could
the
have done
end,
the
it's
same
all
thing.
it's
He's not going
regardless
back
of what
to
it is,
his
it's
old album,
positive for the
saying it.
community because it's spreading. It's even if it's like they're doing it now, right? They're still spreading somewhat like a positive message or promoting it, and regardless of their intentions before or after, that's all that matters, right?
So I guess
They're not causing harm. People
always
just
comes-
take it offense and like, oh, you're doing it now, but like it doesn't matter.
I think it always comes down to the approach, and there's like people feel certain emotions because of the approach that people take. So for example, if you were to do it, introduce a new show or premise of like another book where new characters come out, or it's a cultural twist on something, that could be sort of a way to do it. For example, The Office has taken a cultural twist and they have introduced the Indian Office.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Oh god,
The characters are on point though.
Yeah, dude, Jim
Indian
Jim
Office?
is even the face structure
Have you heard
and
of this?
everything.
No.
So have you seen The Office, the show?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Emma, you're
was
probably
originally-
so happy. Emma loves The
I was
Office.
like, yo, this might be good or this might be really bad.
it was originally an English show, right?
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
English, but the English version is it's not good at all. The
So
English
then-
humor is bad.
Yeah.
So then they made the American version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Which is still pretty
popped
cringy, but in a
Superior.
good way.
Popped off.
Yeah.
And then now they have an Indian version coming, which like I saw the characters of it, and they kind of like it's the same thing, right?
Is Mindy
Yeah.
Kaling going to be in it again?
They haven't announced it.
No, this seems like a very like indie studio making this
Like
show.
Bollywood studio type.
Not even Bollywood, like indie, like very.
Bollywood would be like very.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is like somebody's streaming platform,
Well, if
and
they
they're
need
like
any
actually hired actors.
fake Indian people, holler at me.
They made Pam.
Bammy.
Who would Amber
Bammy.
play?
Bammy.
Mindy.
Would Amber fit any of the
Yeah,
characters?
she'd be Mindy. She'd be crazy.
Mindy's crazy. in that
Mindy's
show?
crazy.
Oh
She's
yeah,
after,
actually yeah, you could.
Aw, you guys think I'm crazy. That's so nice.
I think Emma would be Dwight.
Dude, I would
Yeah.
love to be Dwight.
Yeah.
The Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
You really think that show is funny?
Dude, it was when the very first episode I watched, I could not stop watching it. I was like, this is the best.
I think Steve Carell's funny.
Yeah.
And the
Who's
So
the
when he
skinny white
leaves,
guy?
when he leaves, then it's like,
That's
Oh
Shami.
my
Jim.
god.
That's
Jim.
Shami.
No, she's talking about the newer guy, right?
Huh?
huh?
The
Jim?
the intern dude.
No, the one who sits at the desk next to that girl.
Jim.
Okay,
Jim.
she's talking about Jim.
Yeah.
Emma's seen
That's
every.
you.
I think Emma's seen all. What is it? 10 seasons?
9.
9 seasons? How many times?
Dude, okay, so last semester I watched all of it like 7 times.
Jeez.
Seven?
7 times?
How do you watch a
Yeah.
show that many?
Dude, I'm on
How
the
can it be
7th
good?
season.
So I stopped now because
7
I was
times,
like, alright, I
bro.
gotta calm down.
How can
And
it be good?
gets like,
Why is that so
it's just so like there's certain episodes I'm like, oh, I wanna like this was a funny episode, I'm gonna watch this.
But
That
how
makes
is it
sense.
funny the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth,
It
ninth,
just
tenth?
It's
I
pretty
don't know.
good.
There's something to that show. It's the charm, and like the other thing is like
Charm.
you really get connected with the characters.
I don't know. I don't
Um,
find it that funny. Like I
yeah.
turn it on. I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. But I'm not like laughing out loud, you know?
Yeah.
For me,
I've
the-
never laughed
For
out
me, the
loud
best
watching
thing is like
Office.
it's a blend, like 50% blend of like reality and like too much, you know.
It makes you.
And when I wasn't working in an office, like people were doing like these there's the same archetypes like in the
Okay.
office.
Yeah, that's what's really cool is like how you mentioned the archetypes. Like they're very strong in all of their characteristics,
Yeah.
which is pretty sweet.
And you can see it in like actual offices. Like, okay, this guy is like the Jim guy, or this guy's like the Dwight guy. Like I felt that in the office space.
So-
And the way that they also filmed it, it made you feel like you really got attached to the story and the people. But also the way they filmed it, I felt like I was actually there, like I was in the office. You know the way the camera work was, so it really got me like
Yeah, the camera work is good too.
Like
I
it really
that.
got me into it, and like
It's
it
like a
made you
reality
think
show.
like, oh, you're watching everything happen in the office, not it's just a show I'm watching.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're actually there. And the first time I actually watched it, I was like, wait, is this acting or is this like a real life thing going on? I had to like look it up, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So will you watch the Indian Office?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
You think you'll watch Shamir?
I mean, I still have to watch the American. I watch the American.
Let
one.
me know when you watch the Indian one. I'll check it out.
Okay.
So we'll see how the culture reacts. I guess the Indian culture reacts to that.
Is it gonna be
type of
based in
show.
India?
I think I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's in India.
Okay,
I
that's
guess
pretty
it's
cool.
It
gonna
might be
Indian voice.
telemarketing.
Yeah, what else would it be like?
That'd
A
be
bunch of
funny.
Indian people
IT
over
or
here?
telemarketing?
Wait,
That'd be
a
funny.
concept.
Well, he said in the trailer, but I forgot.
Yeah.
There's a trailer?
Yeah, there's a bunch of clips. If you go on
Oh
their
my god, I
Instagram,
gotta check this out.
they show little clips
Yeah.
and stuff.
But we'll see how a different culture reacts to something American, which is the most extreme case you could have. Saudi Arabia
Oof.
and Nicki Minaj.
Yes. Oh my
What?
God.
What's going on?
Oh,
Frost,
God.
you did not introduce the segment by saying that it is the Nicki.
Cardi
Yes.
Don't
Hello.
skip this part because it's actually interesting. When Amber starts talking, then like you
Welcome
skip
to
it.
the Nicki Cardi segment of the week.
Just-
hey,
we'll just mute her.
Just mute the
hello,
frequency
hey.
and
Just
Amber's
mute, just mute
talking.
Amber and she'll
Yeah,
think.
mute her
Hey,
frequency. I think it's about
hey,
240
hey,
hertz.
hey,
So you could just
hey.
lower that frequency.
So Nicki Minaj is performing at the Jeddah World Fest. This is happening. Actually,
Jeddah.
Are they
Is
gonna
it
force her to wear
Jeddah
something?
or Jeddah?
Yo, imagine
Jeddah?
her lyrics.
Jeddah.
Jedi Knight?
Her lyrics in Saudi Arabia.
Dude, how are
that
they
is
letting this happen?
too
Yeah, how are they letting?
Good.
Are
They
they gonna
never
make
let
force her
anyone-
to wear something?
I don't know, but she got titties. She got titties. Sorry.
Amber.
Amber, come on.
Sorry.
They're, man,
There's kids watching this, or are
Maybe.
listening.
And listening.
but she has the top part and the bottom part all the way out.
Okay, nobody. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Is she gonna wear something?
She just wear
I
a
think
box.
I think she's gonna have to wear like a burqa,
Like a
abaya,
I
box.
doubt
Yo,
it.
if she
She's
was,
not gonna
yo,
do
she had to
that.
wear
Do you-
burqa. She'd literally take out scissors and cut out
Do you
those
think she's?
parts.
Yeah. Do you think she's
She
gonna
would
do that?
She would wear
I mean,
a
at least
rip-off burqa.
I think abaya she would have to
You know-
wear.
No, I
You
don't
know,
think
like
she'd
the-
have to
and
wear the
performing
She's
all
a
those songs
performer.
and
You
performing
think-
all those
for
songs.
us.
You
For us.
think that she's gonna be wearing like what she normally wears?
They
Maybe
signed
not
up
what
for
she-
what she is.
Right.
Yeah. For us, look.
I'm
this
not
is-
saying she
let me
would
tell you
wear
something.
literally what
she's
she
gonna
wears.
do. What she's gonna do, you know, like NBA wear the rip-off pants. She's gonna wear the rip-off abaya. She's gonna go up there all, just fully
So-
clothed, and she's just.
You know, there's a
check it
lot
right
of
out.
people not happy about this.
Yo, her saying I
There's-
don't mess with pigs like assalamu alaikum in Saudi Arabia. That's wild. Okay.
There's Muslim people that are not happy about this, and there is like a whole human rights group that is like protesting this. They wrote a letter to Nicki. They were like, you can't do this because Saudi Arabia treats people this way, whatever. But I don't like Saudi Arabia. I think that like they're fake for this. Like you can't stand by a certain rules and then be like, oh yeah, like
for
let's
your own
invite Nicki.
civilians and then
Yeah, like I'm sure that she's getting a huge check for this because
Oh,
Saudi got that money,
massive.
and I think that
You
for
think
her,
the government's putting her up to this?
You think it's a government concert for the high-ranking employees, or is it a concert for the
No,
public to
or-
buy
No,
no, I
tickets?
mean,
Or is the government
the
sell-
government has
bringing her in?
the
They have a
government
say.
Has to approve it.
has to have a say in everything
Yeah.
that goes there. So, like,
Okay, guys,
It's
I
just
know what she's
weird
gonna
that-
wear.
I'm saying in the past they have invited comedians that they only have for like royal family or
like
high
10
ranking.
like Russell Peters has been there.
So is this for high rank officials and
I
stuff
think
like
it's
that?
for
Or just
public, right?
any public can just buy a ticket and go?
I think it's
I
public.
think I think so. It's like a world. But the thing is, like,
It's a
the women
festival.
that are going
Yeah.
there, they have to get permission from their husbands to be there, and on top of that, they have to be covered, right? Like, this is,
Yeah.
and then they're listening to this girl rapping about sex and
that good puna.
sex and sex.
What if
like,
it starts a movement?
Yeah, I think. What if it's like that's the point? Like they're trying to like promote.
Well,
No, the government would not let that happen. But I'm saying, what if it starts a movement?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Not
think
that
that
most likely it's
socially
not- it
it's
won't, but-
actually pretty good for it. I just think that it's very hypocritical of Saudi
Exactly.
Arabia to allow
But
it.
is
But
it-
I'm not mad.
Are you mad at Nicki Minaj?
Oh heck no. Okay,
She's
guys.
getting her bag, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
and
go.
also
Are
the
you-
fact that she's going out there,
But
like,
doesn't she stand up for
being,
women and like being like, oh, like
It's a world fair though, right?
Okay, but okay, she's not going to
Like
perform for the
independence.
people who's making the rules. She's going to perform for the people who are attending. So if anything, she's
oh, you think
kind
you're
of
like inspired?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay,
also-
think about that girl,
for us,
that
but
Saudi
that's so
Arabian
whack,
girl,
like,
that
you said
the
this
one
is a
that
world fair,
Shamir's
right?
obsessed with that
Yeah.
raps.
Okay,
and
so
she's
if it's
cute.
a world fair, people from outside could be coming in for this specific event. If it's a big event,
Maybe it's
so
like an
maybe they're trying to
attraction.
cater. Yeah, they're trying to cater to
The
tourism and
concert
stuff
will
like
be
that.
alcohol and drug free, open to people
Uh-huh,
16 and
sure.
older, and will take place at the King
Okay.
Abdullah Sports Stadium in the Red Sea City. See, like,
I
No,
think that I think it'd be really cool experiences for the woman there to see that and and experience it. So while it might be not the best idea from Saudi Arabia, hypocritical of them, I think that overall it's really not that.
no, but Amber, like, I know you're gonna hate this, but like, I don't think that Nicki Minaj represents like independent women in that way. That like,
But that's to
Like,
you,
girl-
it's
it's not
not
girl
empowering.
power. I don't
for
think it's
you,
girl
that's
power.
not empowering.
like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are not girl power.
For you, that's not empowering.
They're like, I think it's so whack to be like, oh,
Well,
let's
Amber-
let's use our bodies to like be a marketing tool and rap and sing and rap about all of the like just pretty much. I don't agree when rappers
When
like
male rappers
do
do
it
it
either, but at the same time, it's like just because they're doing it doesn't mean you should do it too.
It's not about them doing it too, but why is it a different scenario?
Missy Elliott is like has been doing it. She's dope at it. She didn't have to do.
Okay,
like,
but
all
why
this-
would she change? Okay, why would they not sing about that stuff just because it's offensive to men? Personally,
No. It's not offensive to men. It's just like
as
like
a
that-
girl,
it's
I
just
get that for you as a
disrespectful to-
male, you might not find it inspiring. But I'm speaking as a female. I think that it is very inspiring to see a girl who just is
like
feeling
open
herself.
that thing. Why do this to me? Like that's
And that's
It's-
attractive.
It's not even attractive. It's the fact that the fact that she's saying it, she's enjoying herself and whatever. To me, even if it's not like the lyrics aren't empowering. When I rap that,
That's
I feel
empowering.
good and I want to be.
and I enjoy listening
extra
to them
with
as
it.
like I like Nicki Minaj. I think she's a dope rapper. I don't like Cardi B. I don't think she's good. But I'm not saying that they're not good at what they do. I just think that they're like
They don't have to put up
that's
that-
not, I don't think that that's like the front face for women.
Who would you have
You know?
on there?
For women?
Yeah.
Like a million people could be on Ellen.
Okay, but for
Ariana
a music concert?
No, okay, not music,
Ellen.
but
Okay, so choose an artist that you would rather go.
Ellen.
Beyonce.
I mean, even Beyonce would be better than.
yeah.
Beyonce I could understand, but she still raps about this. I mean, sings about that stuff. It's just less like in your face with it. And is that what you have a problem with?
I mean, I just like I guess like the way that they're rapping, the way that she raps about it, the way that she puts it all out there like that.
It makes you feel
They
uncomfortable.
use their because they use
But-
their body to market it, but they can.
I just don't.
But
I don't
dudes
think
use,
it's. I don't trust
dudes
it.
use drugs, their little friend
And I
down
think that's
there,
whack.
and all that
I
stuff.
think that's whack.
I-
I think if you have to use that stuff, like when Lil Pump is saying like, "Oh, I do codeine and this and that," I think
That's
that's
stupid.
Like the
I just
wackest
think
thing
that
in the
like
world.
Funny.
as much as you guys might not get this, even if you guys don't understand the hot girl summer, all that type of stuff, Meg Thee Stallion really is like making a lot of girls feel like they're having their best summer. It's about how they feel, and I think that in a lot of ways these rappers are letting these girls feel that way. And for example, that girl rapper from Saudi Arabia that Shimmer's obsessed with, I think that if she was to attend that
I
and
don't
see
even know her
Nicki,
name.
I don't know her name either, but if she was to see that,
But
she
she's
would
cute.
she would be like, oh my gosh,
She's
like
cute.
this is a moment, like because she probably enjoys
No,
rap
she
music.
was actually hyped. Like she was like really hyped. So
I mean, I
support
sent
that.
like,
And she was driving.
that song that like what's it called that I sent you?
Oh, My Type by
My
Saweetie.
Type. I think that song is fun. I think it's entertaining, but I would never be like, oh yeah, this is the example.
It's not supposed to be the
Like, I
example. It's
liked it.
fun, Frosted. They're not having a responsibility of woman festival
I
here.
know, but like so if Saudi women like this is the
This is
one
the
of
very
only people that are
first,
seeing,
and yeah, that's
That girl's
That's
what,
not like
like-
a very first like good
it's too much.
like.
I think that
it's
to
an
you guys,
extreme thing.
it might be extreme, but I'm happy for it. Period.
Hey,
All right.
do you, Nikki? We'll see what
Yes,
happens.
Go off,
I don't.
Nikki. And I figured out. I know what she's gonna wear. She's gonna walk in with the full
with
long
nothing,
sleeve,
invisible.
full pant, red leather catsuit. Yes, queen.
It's like 100 degrees over there. I don't think she's gonna be wearing anything.
I don't know what to say.
Hot summer 2019.
Okay.
Back at it, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, go ahead. Do your Cardi B now.
Dun, 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 na, 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 na.
There's more? Oh my god.
You can now skip.
Okay, cool. So, did you guys see? Okay, we're putting out a PSA, guys. We need to help one of our friends out. Cardi B has lost her wig. She was on stage and she threw it off her head,
She never
and she
getting
threw it
that
into
back.
a crowd, and now she is looking for it. So, if anybody has seen her wig,
I saw the video. She
She
purposely threw
willingly
it off.
threw
Right,
it.
but now she's
so
looking
it is
for
now
it.
the property. It is now the property of the owner that you willingly threw it at. So they can
Right.
sell it on eBay. And
she
they
said
can
she got carried
market it.
away. We're gonna empathize with her here. She got carried
No.
away, and honestly,
funny.
that was so
was great.
That
It
was
was
great.
amazing.
She
I
performed
loved
the
it.
rest with the
With the wig cap on.
with
Yeah.
Cardi B is actually really funny, and I wish that she would
just be a
like,
comedian. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
no.
No, I mean she's a good entertainer.
Just
Yeah,
do-
she doesn't write
do-
her stuff.
do that
Carson
kind of
does.
stuff more
I think
often,
she's
you
a
know?
dope rapper.
But she's a no.
honestly.
I think she's a great entertainer. And that's all she is a great entertainer.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm just
She's
saying.
good on rodeo.
Partisan writes her stuff, and I think that he writes for her well for what she is and how she does
let me ask
it.
you a question. Do you think that like stripping is like empowering?
Okay, bro, I'm having a
No,
segment
no,
about
I want
Cardi
to
B's
hear this
wig,
too.
and
No,
you
but
want to go
Cardi B-
all the way
Cardi B was
around.
already-
Cardi B and
Stripper,
Nick. Go ahead.
Cardi
Go.
B was a stripper, right?
Yes.
Do you think that that's empowering? I'm just
No,
asking.
but I
I'm
think
just
it's
asking.
empowering that she came from stripping to getting her bag.
And do you think that's admirable? Like,
I think it's admirable for her to go from being there to being where she is now. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, some people are in tough situations and they gotta do what they gotta do.
I think
And
a
I don't
lot
think
of people
I don't think it's
are-
my place to shame somebody who chooses to sell their body in that way, because
No. I'm not saying shame, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, do you think it's admirable? Like,
I'm not saying it's admirable to be a stripper in the same way it's not admirable to be.
I could say I'm struggling right now, right? Like, I could say, yo, I want to be at the top.
I'm not one that says it's
How do I make a million real
over-empowering.
quick?
I mean,
I could do drugs.
I think stripping's
and
the same thing as being the cashier at a donut restaurant. Like,
Amber, no,
I mean,
it's
at
not.
Dunkin'
No,
Donuts.
no,
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying that I don't feel any type of way towards it. Okay, so I'm saying that if you go from being a cash register at a Dunkin' Donuts, whatever it is, to then going and being super successful, making money, obtaining your goal that you've been trying to achieve your whole life, I think that's admirable.
You could compare it to like drug dealing.
I think that
not-
my
That's what I'm saying.
religion can't come in the way of it to
Yeah. No,
down
I'm
it.
saying like,
I think you just
People are
asking
gonna
me
For
do
what
what they're gonna
myself,
do.
I don't think so. I wouldn't do it because personally I don't believe it.
Like you personally would respect somebody more if they didn't have to
do
do
it,
that from
right?
the same circumstance.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that because I really don't know what they're going through, and I really don't know what their situation is. Because
Say
listen.
Say you have two Cardi B's, right? One of them, they're both the same person,
Right.
So they're both going through the
They're
same
twins.
thing. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
They're both going through the same thing. One of them
Right.
strips and then makes it to the top, and the other one, like, does other types of work,
Right.
and makes it to the top a little bit later. Say.
Okay.
Do
So
you
back
think
to
that-
Cardi B's
Which one you
wig.
choose? Which one you choose?
What?
Out of those two, which one?
I mean, I'm not out here to choose. Even if you put Meg Thee Stallion, Sweetie, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B next to me, I'm still not about to choose one of them because I'm still like, okay, wow, we're still kind of early
I'm not
on
saying
that.
like, which one do you like more? Which one?
Which one do I respect
do
more?
you shame? It's just like respect. That's what I asked. Respect.
I mean, literally, like all of them, whatever they did to get where they are, I'm very proud of you. Like Cardi B and Cardi
What
B's
if Dr.
twin.
Dre was
I
stripping?
don't agree with that.
If Dr. Dre was stripping,
Yeah.
What
in the
about
beginning.
it?
Would you like not like him or anything?
I mean, I
Like,
think it's the same
No, I do
thing.
do you
as,
respect him less?
Do you
Like
respect
I said,
Jay Z less
I think
for?
Cardi B is entertaining. I think
Yeah.
she's funny.
Yeah.
I don't not like her.
Okay.
I don't like her music that much. Some
Yeah.
songs are okay, but I don't really like her music that much. I'm just saying that when it comes to women empowerment, right?
Yeah.
The whole point I was making with Nicki
Frost, you're
Minaj and
ruining
Cardi
my
B,
segment.
like I don't understand how that stuff, like drug dealing, is
Walk
not
the
male
plank.
empowerment
Mm-hmm.
to me. I don't care
Okay,
what Jay.
but
I
when
think Jay-Z-
when did she use stripping to have it be female empowerment? I think that's not the part that she's
But
glorifying.
what she's-
I think what
but
she's
what-
glorifying is
But
going
what she
from
does
being
on
a
stage
stripper.
is stripping, though.
No, it's not. That's her
She gets
entertaining.
on a pole and like.
Nicki Minaj has never stripped a day in her life, and she still does that, and that's just a part of being an
No,
entertainer.
I'm talking about Cardi.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that regardless of it being something that she did as a stripper, that's something that you do separately as an entertainer as well. So I don't think it's fair to be like, oh yeah, she was a stripper, so it makes it like less admirable. Whatever she did,
No,
she
no,
did.
no. This just comes back to women empower. Like I'm
But
not
she's
getting the
never
women
saying
empowerment
that.
thing. Like,
She's
what-
never saying that being a stripper makes her any more empowering as a woman. She never once claimed that.
But that's not my. People that follow Cardi
The way-
B, Nicki Minaj,
the way
that
they
see it,
project,
they're
the way
like,
they project
they're like,
themselves.
she came from stripping.
Stripping
She
and
did
like
this.
this.
I'm just like, what? Like that's empowerment? I
No,
don't get it. I'm just
that's
confused.
saying that. No, I think that what you're not understanding from that is someone saying she came from stripping to do this. That means that she came a really long way to do this. Regardless of what that is, she came from the bottom to the top. That's what's being admired. Not the fact that she was a stripper. That's so admirable and now she's here. The fact is that she came from a position that was at the bottom.
I think
being
regardless,
stripper.
she's a hard worker, right?
Sure.
Like there can be a ton of people that are porn stars or even like YouTubers that like sell themselves in different ways.
Can we cut Frost's mic? He's ruining my segment.
Just finish the.
Thank you.
Finish the topic.
Okay, so anyways, I have...
All
finish
right,
the
Amber,
topic.
go ahead. Maybe
Thank you.
somebody can.
That just left
me
the whole
understand.
thing.
Nope, sorry, I'm cutting you off because you're
I'm just trying to
ruining-
understand something, bro. I don't get women empowerment when it comes to things like that.
Frost, I just explained it to you.
But it didn't make sense though.
Okay, they're
Like,
not
why
saying
is
that
exposing
being...
your body?
But you're not understanding. That's not the woman empowerment
But
part.
that's what they're
it's
saying.
them being free to do whatever they want. That's the empowering
Makes
part.
sense.
They're
Makes
not.
sense.
They're not using the stripping background to say,
Got
"Oh,
it.
I'm stronger now because of it." They use it as a status thing. Yo, I was a stripper. I was working. I didn't have money. I had to be a stripper to make money, and now I am where I am because of my hard work.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
It's like
Billie
it's like
Eilish.
take like clothes and women and all that stuff out of it. Let's talk about, for example, a dude like Jake or Logan Paul, trying to make it to the top of YouTube, right? Doing like clout chasing, doing content that doesn't feel real, that might be a little entertaining, but doesn't have that much substance, right? Things like that. Versus somebody like Casey Neistat, okay, who has been making, like films essentially for a year.
I mean, that's like comparing like junk food TV to like documentaries.
Yeah, Nicki and Cardi are junk food.
Yeah.
And
Okay, but people enjoy the
I agree.
Kardashians, Jersey Shore.
They're also junk
all
food.
that-
Yeah, that's Jersey Shore's
They're
junk
mad
That's
food.
what
junk
I'm
food.
saying is people still enjoy it. So it's
But how is junk food empowering then?
I mean, I think more so like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You get to
entertaining,
see
but,
their
like-
situations and how they react.
No,
and,
but all these girls and women are like looking up to him, like, oh, I have to be like exactly like I have to do this.
Look,
It's
Nicki also says like, okay, like let me help out schools. She goes and does like great work. I know
Right.
that, and that's awesome. And
she always tells people, she says, don't drop out. She literally said,
And there's tons of people that do
she's
that,
like, go to
right?
college. And every single semester, she'll be doing these Twitter giveaways, and she'll be like, I will send me what your college tuition is, and I'll pay it.
But look
Send
at the
me your
difference,
college
Amber.
book."
Like somebody like Jay-Z, right? Mm-hmm. He came from guns
Okay, but
and
that's
drugs,
the-
right? And then he came and he's at this spot now where he's like, okay, let me educate my people so that they don't have to go through that, because what I was doing was not right.
Okay, so in the same way that there's rappers who have done that, and then
And when he cheated
then they
on his
blow,
wife.
and then they blow up, and then they continue to rap about drugs
Yeah.
and females
Yeah.
and all that way.
They're not role models.
But it's not. I don't think that it has
So
to be.
I wouldn't call them
I don't think it
male
has to
empowerment.
be that female. I don't think you have to look at Nicki and Cardi B as female empowerment and icons and representations for female empowerment, as much as it is the fact that they are out there. They are. These
Oh, yeah, they're
these
out
public they're these public figures
Yeah.
that are creating music that is true to them, things that they enjoy, and they're putting out for their fans, and people then go on to go and enjoy it, and they then find them to be inspiring in some way, whether it be because they want to be a rapper. For me, when I heard Bedrock for the first time,
I agree with that,
That
by
was
the
the
way.
first time that I heard Nicki Minaj was on Bedrock, and then I went back and I heard Itty Bitty Piggy, and I
Let
heard,
me put this pee on your sideburns.
right, but that was my first introduction to
I am
her.
inspired to rap.
No, but even just that, okay, the
No, I
fact
got
that
you.
she
I'm
she's
messing
saying
with
that, I went back and I was like, okay, wait, who is this? Hold on, what more does she have?
Yeah.
And then I
and
was
it's,
like,
and for me,
what's
it
Itty
sucks
Bitty
that
Piggy?
like, yo, there's a dope female rapper and she has to rap about this.
But what does it
Like
matter
the
what she's
one-
rapping about?
Like one of the best label
Go
mates.
listen to Lauryn Hill.
The
because
big
she has
three
she has a bigger voice. She could be rapping about something.
But that's not her
better.
responsibility to cater to what you want her to rap about. She's going to rap about what
But-
she wants to rap about. And it's not, it's
Which-
fake for her
which-
to rap about things that you want her to rap
Which
about
is
when it's true
entertaining.
to
I'm not
her.
saying-
Entertaining, right? Like, 2 Chainz is entertaining. Lil Pump is entertaining. And they
Right.
rap about that
Facts.
stuff.
Right.
Lil Pump.
They're entertaining.
President.
But,
Right.
But I'm
But
saying
who's calling them-
they're not my role. They're not
But-
empowering.
They're
like,
my
But
role
who's
models.
calling them like woman empowerment role models and icons and all this stuff?
I am.
They're
A lot of
empowering
people.
but
Me.
they're saying that to whatever inspires them. Nicki's inspiring to me because I enjoy rap and I enjoy how she is a rapper and she's a great lyricist. That is what I enjoy of
Me
her.
too.
But
Me
I'm not
too.
saying that.
Me.
Yo,
I think she's a dope lyricist.
I'm never saying,
Same.
yo, Nicki to me is like the epitome of what woman should be. What da da
not
da.
to you, but to a lot of
Who?
girls.
Who?
There's a lot of girls. Like, look at their comments.
That's kind of
Okay,
true.
but that's her fan base, and it's appealing to them. And then whatever.
And there's a lot of women that hate me
But
right
it's
now.
not
listening
her
to this that are
responsibility.
Like, oh my god, like he's
True.
probably like a super extremist Muslim
but
because
it's
of
not
that.
her responsibility to go and speak about other things that she doesn't care about just because her audience is going to be inspired by her as a female icon just because she's female. That's
I got you.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, back to my segment.
Oh my god.
So I just want to
This is
say
still
a
going
little
on?
shout out to the hot girls. I know we're having a hard time.
To the
this
hot girls.
Yeah,
Who's the
to
hot
the
girls?
hot girl summer.
What
which-
about-
Is that
Not
subjective?
So hot. Yeah, what about not so hot?
no, no,
girls?
no.
what
We're
is
all
that?
no. We're all hot
Wait,
girls
so
this summer.
hot girls empowering ugly girls, not so
No,
empowering.
we're all
I'm just
hot
kidding.
girls.
Okay.
We are all hot girls right now.
Yo,
Emma, do you?
Red flag on this
I'm not a
podcast.
hot
Emma.
girl. I'm a hot guy. Look at me. So
You're
masculine.
a hot girl. You
Look at
understand
muscles.
me?
Emma's a
Frost,
hot girl?
You're a hot girl.
Hot
SHAH-AMEER.
guys 2K19, hottest you ever had.
And I just want to say,
Hottest
I
you've
know that
ever
Meg Thee
seen.
Stallion, she put up a Twitter post today,
Meg Thee
and she
Stallion?
said, she basically was like, hey girls, I know that we are having a difficult time this summer. She said, I need all the hot girls to get y'all's head in the game. The summer isn't over yet. And all these girls were like, we tried, sis. I'm trying. They're giving up. We tried, but
Like,
work.
what's the
da-da-da."
context? Like,
and
what do you
she's
mean?
saying, I don't
No,
know what's
like,
going
like,
on.
she said
Summertime sadness is trending. Why is it trending?
Because
it's supposed to be hot girl
we're-
summer.
right, and that's what I'm saying
why
is
are they
girls.
sad?
Sad hot
I
girl
know that some of us, the dudes, are throwing a wrench in our plans. Sometimes,
So it's our fault that.
Yeah, you guys are messing up our hot girl summer.
Actually,
We did. We named it Hot
up.
Guys Summer.
Yeah,
It's
and
our
then-
fault. It's our fault, dude.
Like, they're not acting
I
right.
agree.
They don't know that it's our summer, and they think it's their summer, so they're acting up. Whole time
Why
they
can't
need
it
to
be
calm
both?
down so we can act
Why
up.
can't it be
look.
both?
Look, we have found the solution.
Why can't it be both? Like, what's
Yeah.
the problem?
Ahmed for
Oh
president.
no!
I
Oh,
know.
no.
Why don't you guys do your own thing? We'll do our own. And if for
hot
some reason,
people-
and if
Summer.
some reason, two
Hot
people,
people
Stay in
hot
your
guy,
lane.
hot girl, meet together.
Stay in your
Meet
lane.
together.
Yeah, what
It's
about people
perfect.
what about people
Stay
that don't identify with a gender?
in your
Hot
lane.
people summer.
Okay,
No,
fine.
no. I'm
no,
saying,
but that's what I'm saying.
listen,
Is everybody's
Amber,
a hot girl.
Amber, can I say something?
Do you
But what if they don't
identify?
identify as a girl?
Amber.
You identify as
Amber.
male, and you're still a hot girl.
Amber,
Yes.
can I say something? All right, so Hot Guys 2019 is happening. Hot Girls 2019 is happening. Hot Girls 2019 is complaining. We're out here living our lives. Why don't we live our lives to the best, have the best summer ever? And if we meet, then we're Hot Couples 2019.
Yes.
Oh no!
Like,
See,
come
no,
on.
you don't
Whoa.
understand how hot girl summer is gonna work. Right now,
Why is it all about
we
you
have
guys?
our rotation happening,
Like,
right?
This is not okay.
And then in wintertime, they can get ready to cuff. Right now,
Wait,
the girls
I
are
wanna
out
be
here
cuffed right now.
doing their
Wait, so
thing.
you should break up after winter time is
No,
over?
So no cuffs.
So Amber
I
is
mean, you
saying
can choose to get
promoting-
together for winter,
Amber's
and then after
promoting
that, you can.
just slooting around. That's what she's promoting.
No, I'm saying check your options, girl.
Obviously, there are no options because we're out here living our lives. You guys are all like,
Right, I know, and that's what I'm
mess
saying
up
is,
our
girls.
plan.
I know that the summer is
Why
tough.
is summertime sadness trending?
That's what I'm saying is some of
They're
these
sad.
girls are not just hitting that like peak for hot girl summer,
Maybe
and you're
it's not-
having
how
a
do you
hard
hit the
time.
peak?
Maybe
Bro,
this is not the summer for them. Maybe 2020
Yeah,
is
maybe
where they go
2020.
popping.
And I know that sometimes you might feel like the summer might not be for you, but you need to snap out of it. It is just July. You got time. Hot girl
Also-
summer is in full effect. Excuse me, sir. Hot girl summer is in full effect. Go ahead, go off, sis. You got time.
Also,
Bye-bye.
sis, hot girl summer doesn't have to be, like it could be about yourself as well, like self improvement. Amber, like what you've been doing.
That's what it is. That's why
Okay.
I've been
Are
getting
you
my
like-
body right.
What?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Am I? Maybe I have the wrong idea of hot girl summer. 20.
No,
Yeah.
like, are you like scolding her, or
Yeah,
are you, like?
No. I'm saying no. I was saying like
He's saying
she's been-
change the narrative of
she's
it.
Been,
I'm
saying
making it-
she's been self improving 2019, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying like, why does it have to be like, oh, summer or sadness for you because the guy situation, blah blah blah.
No,
Not for
no.
you specifically,
Right.
but I'm saying in general. When it could be just like,
Absolutely.
hey, 2019 is
I
my
mean,
year
and that's a great
or my
point,
summer.
Emma. Girls, if you're not feeling your hot girl summer really going on,
Like, work on
just
yourself.
take a second and hit the
Like, it's all
gym,
good.
feel yourself, dance in the mirror,
Sing in the shower.
drink some iced coffee, have a good time, and that's really
Some
what all
Starbucks.
hot
I'm
girl
gonna say
summer.
I'm gonna say what I say when it
cake
comes
pop.
to all this stuff about validation. You don't need anybody to validate you. Stay off social media. Like, work on yourself. If there's things you don't like about
This is
yourself,
being
go for
That's what I'm
promoted
it.
on
saying.
social media.
That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
2019.
This is literally being promoted on
I
social
know.
media.
and
That's
it's
what I'm
stupid
saying,
because
like-
there's
stupid.
Yeah.
girls that are like, oh my god, who's gonna like comment and like on my thing and hot girl summer, like I'm gonna hashtag it and I'm gonna be part of this movement.
No.
Like,
Frost,
like,
why
if
are you looking at all this
like
stuff
if
as
you've
a
been
negative?
a hot girl, you've been a hot girl summer. Like
Because
No.
every
they're
summer is
This
hot
is
girl
our
summer.
summer.
Oh god, I can't even
Pertaining?
say. Yeah, like it is negative. Like, oh, like it's so bad. It's so like
It's just a
they should
summer
be
for
like,
us to
oh,
go
like
off.
this is not working out. We're
I
going
think
the next thing, the next thing.
And
It's
that's what I
intentions,
think-
right? It's
I think-
intentions. Like people that are like, yo, a movement, cool, hot girl summer. Like that song I sent you. I was like, yo, this is hot girl summer. I was into it. I was
Right.
entertained. I'm having fun.
Sweetie.
But I'm
Can
talking
that be
about the
the-
girls
can
that
that
are
be
like
the
really
outro
about
song?
it. Like, yo, it's a hot girl summer.
Like they take it
nobody-
too seriously.
Yeah.
Like, they're like,
Frost.
oh my god,
Yeah.
my life is over.
Like I'm
'cause-
like women empowerment, men suck. Like
Couldn't that be the outro song this week?
what?
My Type by Sweetie.
I don't know. I think we get copyrighted for that.
Oh dang. Okay. Well, go listen to
unless
that.
it's under 30
then go
seconds,
listen to
right?
Meg The Stallion and just have a hot girl summer. All you girls just stay happy. Stop listening to Summertime Sadness unless it makes you feel good. Then
You
go
know-
ahead and listen
You know
to
what
it.
makes me feel good? Watching The Bachelorette and Bachelor.
What?
Dude,
Oh my God,
Yes.
no.
No. What do
Really?
you mean no?
Dude, that guy she picked was terrible. He was like
Wait, so you're into it?
What do you mean the guy
That's
she
what we're-
picked? It's
that's
not
what
over
we're-
yet.
over the two guys, right?
It's not over yet.
There was two guys having like dinner, right? And she picked the mean guy.
Oh, in the
There's
last
still like
episode,
Yeah.
4 or 5 people left.
dude, you're talking about what's his name?
Big
No.
forehead guy's still there, I think.
No, huh? No, not Tyler. Not Tyler. I'm gonna look it up. But why didn't you like him?
Cause he was like
Wait,
yelling,
you watch the show?
like here and there. My parents watch it, so then sometimes
Your
I'll
Your
like,
parents?
parents watch it?
yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like a drama, you know, like just American.
It's so
drama.
entertaining. See, that's something that like
I've never watched
I
it.
wouldn't like, you know,
You literally
be in that, but
isn't
I
this
think
not
it's so
junk
entertaining.
food? Is this not junk food?
Oh, it's junk food. But
Okay.
again,
It's terrible.
I like
Sometimes you need a little.
I like junk food. Like I like Nicki Minaj for junk food, but I'm not like I'm not being inspired by these people. We're talking about
I like Nicki Minaj as a snack.
like this is like just TV that you put on that you're just like, you know what? Let me see.
Mindless.
You know when you mindless
Yeah.
TV. You know when you people watch and you're just like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, what is this
this?
guy
like
doing?
that's what this is on a much bigger scale. But I was gonna ask you guys,
Mm-hmm.
if you were on the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's something that would like draw the line for you?
Like as a no, or as
Like,
like, a oh,
Being
this
on
is
the
one.
Bachelor and Bachelorette are two very different things.
You think so? Why?
Because I mean, if you're in the Bachelorette, then you're competing against like 20 different guys.
Yeah, but if you're in Bachelor, it's like you
Then-
are the main guy. and
yeah.
it's-
No, I'm
you're-
talking about like. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
Like,
which one?
well, either one.
Your-
Okay, say you're the Bachelor.
What's the concept?
And Amber, you're the Oh, you don't know how the show
You don't
goes?
know the concept?
I don't know the
Oh,
concept.
So
Amber,
there's-
you would love it.
A bunch of guys. Okay, so say it's the Bachelor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one guy, and then there's a bunch of girls.
10
right?
10 or
Let's talk
12.
about the Bachelorette because Amber's not gonna like where this is going.
Okay.
The Bachelorette is a girl and
10
a
to
bunch
12
of guys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And she is going. They're all dating her at the same time.
Oh my
essentially.
gosh.
And
Can I audition?
they have to like. They have to kind of like work their way to try to get a connection going, and she has to eliminate people every week.
And she basically has to be like, okay, I'm gonna be with one by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna marry the one at the end.
Marry?
Usually,
Like they
proposes.
usually,
Bruh.
yeah, they usually get
Luke,
engaged.
Luke P. You were talking about Luke P.
Yeah.
They usually
screw
get
that guy.
engaged, Amber, and then like it doesn't always go through, but a lot of them are like happy.
So why I'm asking that is because the recent people that she had in her like handful, right? She's pretty close to them. She's like, okay, it's gonna be from one of these people, and she like singles them out. It's like, okay, today's our 1-on-1, or like today's our group day. So she takes a few of them, and then like they pretty much, and then she takes them like she goes to their homes. There's like a hometown week, and pretty much like all these qualities are slowly going to start showing by
Right.
and
Her
they go to
spending
all
time with
different
them.
countries and stuff like that, spending time together, doing different activities, and then it shows like, okay, I really have a connection with this person. I really
Okay.
like this person's family. This is the person I'm
Right.
gonna marry, whatever, right? So, anyways, this guy Luke, right? He was like really mad that she was like kind of sleeping with the other guys.
Wait, she can sleep with multiple
No, no, no,
people
no.
on the show?
She can do whatever she wants.
No, no, no.
Oh,
It's you
snap.
can't. So on there, you can't sleep until it's like the last two.
No, you can still do it though.
But you're not supposed. I'm pretty sure it's like they won't let them until it's
Well,
like
they're
the
gonna
No,
do
last.
stab
that's
him?
not true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's true.
Do they televise the fact that
We'll
they're
look
sleeping
it up,
together?
Lindsay.
Not really, but during the what's it called?
Hometown?
The
They
no,
do?
the what's it called?
They do televise it?
I was
There's
right,
a week.
right?
No,
Yeah,
there's
it
a
is-
week.
So
Not the
they-
hometown week, but the one after that.
After that, so
the
there's only
honeymoon
two,
suites or
so
something.
it's only
like
two
that.
people left, and
Mhm.
that's when she can figure it out.
That's
But-
true.
But that's for
Yeah.
like that's for the like the honeymoon suites or whatever. That's like where it gets hot and like people know that that's what's happening. In the last season of The Bachelor, that guy was a virgin, so like that wasn't happening.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like the first time I think that's happening.
Yeah, the last
But-
contestants. Yeah.
But anyways, the guy that SHAH-AMEER
I
saying
would
that she
much rather
selected.
be on this version of the show than be the one with like a bunch of girls. Like that doesn't seem right. But the one with the one girl and all the men sounds fabulous.
But you have to. But they always select one who was one of the contestants to be the next up.
what?
So this
Yeah.
Bachelorette was a contestant that
On
was
the last
competing
one.
for the last one.
last one, yeah.
Bruh.
They usually pick a fan favorite. There's always like fan favorites at the end of the season, and everyone's like, "Oh, we want this
Yeah,
her."
so she was
him
a fan
back.
favorite. She's
And
cool.
then
Okay, so you get
like,
eliminated and then you come back and you're like, hey.
You could,
You could,
if you're
if
one
you're
of the
a fan
finalists
favorite.
and if you're a fan
Yo.
favorite, yeah.
So, anyways, this girl, right? Like, the guy that SHAH-AMEER was saying, Luke P, who she selected, he was like, I can't believe you've been doing that. And she was like, you're judging me. Like, my husband would never judge me. And, like, he's
That's
like,
who
if-
she
if-
chose?
if- well, just listen.
Right.
He was like, if that's what the case was, then, like, I can't be with you, you know? And he already gave her crap for, like, going naked bungee jumping with this other guy. Who is the one that got
What?
eliminated with he's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, you know, my girlfriend is with another guy, like bungee jumping
Bro,
naked
do you
and
not
stuff.
know what show you're on?
Exactly, right? So he knows he signed up for that, but he's still having a problem. So anyways, if you were like, do you think that he's in the wrong for that? I mean,
100%.
yeah. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
girls are like,
That's
He's
hell
not
wrong.
wrong.
You know what you
No,
signed up for.
I think he's still like that's exactly, he knew what he was getting himself into. So like if he's gonna have an issue with that, he should know like, you know, like it's one girl and
Yeah.
she has to choose you. It's not you choosing her. See what I'm saying?
yeah,
It
but
sounds like
you know,
if on the flip side, the other version where there's a one dude
Yeah.
and all the girls, and randomly one of the last girls felt like they wanted to be all brand new and be like, "Why are you talking to all these girls?" Like, bro, do you not know what show you're on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hello.
So you don't like Luke P?
I mean, I just didn't like him. That's the only episode I saw.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why'd you choose him? Like, he's obviously not.
Dude,
as
I like
cool.
Luke P. Let me tell you why.
Why?
He's the realist.
Oh my god.
Even though he's annoying and he
Uh-huh.
says bad like things that are triggering,
That's
he's
not-
he's the only one.
That's probably
like,
real, but
all
that's
the
not
other,
someone you should marry.
Like pretty much all the other dudes,
That
they're
part.
like little snakes. They talk behind each other's backs. They do like a bunch of stuff. Luke
So
P,
he's like very straightforward
Luke P,
and just
the
say it
problem
to
is
your
Luke P
face.
doesn't really know.
Oh, you look fat today. Oh, you look ugly today.
Luke says that.
Luke, no. Luke he's just not self-aware.
So you like that? You admire him
No,
for
no,
being
no,
not
no.
self-aware?
I admire
That's
him
the
because
type
he's
of people
real.
that you like.
Because he's real.
So why don't
He's
you
saying
date him?
How is
quality.
he?
Why don't you
He's
date
saying
him?
he's
I
not.
hope
he's
how
not
is
he
fake.
gets
Frost,
eliminated.
how is somebody who's not self-aware real?
No, but because he's not.
Because
he's not.
if you're
jumping
not-
around.
He's like, he doesn't know time and place, right? Like he doesn't know when things are appropriate to say. He's not very likable, but
Just say it.
he's like, I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. And he said that, like, you know what, that wasn't comfortable for me. And the other guys, like, I think maybe
That
we're
sounds
thinking
pretty
it.
stupid to
Because this
me.
guy comes in, he's like, yeah, like I went naked bungee jumping with her, and the other guy's like, sweet. I'd be like, wait a second, like I'm gonna marry this person.
But you went on there knowing this is going to happen.
He's
No.
still being real though.
No.
And
That's
also
not
a
me.
lot of these guys, they go on there, or girls, like, and they're getting a lot of clout, like
Yeah.
hundreds and thousands of followers.
How do I get on this again?
There's audition in Baltimore.
I think there should
I'm
be a
just
Muslim
kidding.
version of this.
No way.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
You guys want to make it?
Let's
Let's
do it.
produce that.
Yo, Ronald Pono edition.
I would like to be
Uncle
on
Mushtaq.
there.
No, like
That'd
a
be
real,
cringy
like
as
a
hell.
real, yeah, like a real.
I would like to pick the women. I need 20 in front of me. Which one?
all of them. Yo, the Muslim version ends with you picking 4.
Final 4.
Bro,
Oh wait.
okay.
Final.
We need to end on that note right
Yo, this
now.
podcast is all over the place.
Yo, okay.
I'm
if
sorry.
you think
Who
that
was
we
the one
should make
talking about woman empowerment a minute ago? Okay.
Hey, it's in my religion. Okay, so yeah, get back to us about all of those topics because I want to know other people's opinions about all of that.
Yeah, go ahead and message me because I'm curious about your opinions. We
If
can
you-
talk badly about all these boys together. Let me know. Just kidding.
If you enjoyed this
But not
episode of Strange Flavors and all the other episodes that we make, please take a minute, and if you're listening on the Apple Podcast app, leave us a review because it really helps us out. Give us 5 stars. Write a little comment if you like it. Comment on the YouTube video as well if you're watching it. Tell your friends about us. And yeah, thank you for listening to another episode of Strange Flavors. It's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.
Stay.